Another hero in Avodas Hashem that we could take out from what's going on now with the virus is where before Pesach, we know that chometz is very strict. Chometz is osur afilu b'mashahu. Even a tiny drop of chometz is osur. Even a small, very, very tiny drop. Actually, there's even a svara to say that the Rambam says that we learn out that even a little bit of chometz is osur from a special posuk called machmetzes. But every isur to eat less than a shear is osur from a different posuk. So why do we need a special posuk by chometz? And some say that the reason is because by a regular case where it's osur b'mashu, it has to have some kamus, some quantity has to be very little, but has to be something. And by chometz, the extra posuk teaches you that even if it's a mashu to the tiniest drop, it's still osur. And it was always hard to understand. What could a tiny drop be? How terrible could it be that if you have it? And here we have an example. Here we have this virus, which even a small droplet, a microscopic droplet that we can't see, you can't measure it. And nevertheless, it could have the effect as it has. That with a small mashu, it could lead to who knows what. So we see in Gashmi is an example. It's not an explanation. It's an example that there could be some isurim which is osir b'mashahu. A isur, something that's osir, means it's poison. Basically, what's osir? Osir is poison. Ruchnis dike poison. So just like we find in Gashmis dike poison, that a small, tiny drop, see what it could do, how bad it could be. So the same thing could be ruchnis dike poison. So it's not a pellet, it's not a wonder how you can say that a mashu and a tiny drop of a mashu is also osir and is bad. So when it comes to chometz and it comes to mashu, the Torah says this ruchnis dike poison of chometz on Pesach is similar, even if it's a tiny microscopic droplet, it's a virus. And therefore you have to stay away from it. So this is the lesson that we have to take, l'gabe Pesach.